Hey, what's up guys? I'm doing another Duel replay like I promised. This is the second half of the 8 that I showed you guys. If you guys haven't checked out my first one, I recommend going and doing so. Those are pretty cool Duel replays that I did in the first one yesterday. So here's where it just kind of shows what Crispy's can actually do. It's Crispy's control, so that was kind of a interesting move where he banished Light Pulsar and then the White Dragon. So I do that, and then I MST my own twist bow, which doesn't do anything. But I did that for a reason to open up my slot to be able to go into Crystal Promise. And of course he couldn't do anything because he has a Place Prayer and then he had a Tile. So I basically locked him out of being able to draw anything good, which is actually very quite nice. So there's that, and then there's 3 more, like I promised. And then tomorrow will be the Abundance and the Cowboy for game Duel replay, and then after that will be the deck profile. I'm still working on this build that I have on here. I guess it was Magnet Warriors, I guess it was. Which is still pretty cool to see. Magnet Warriors are a lot of fun. But anyways, yeah. So he sacrifices armors, which is like, okay. So he plays Duality. I play Ancient City, which is pretty good. Then I go into Zen mains. Zen mains is just really strong card for what I use it for. So I popped the back row, which was the better play in my opinion. And then during that, I popped the trap, which is actually a lot more of a better play with that as well. So I go Promise, and then I go Crystal Raigeki, which was alright. So I just put in damage. So he plays another Duality. And then he goes Sakurasu Armor, which I was fine because I can actually negate that. And then I play Arizona Sunrise, get another draw, and then I draw into Abundance. I was like, okay, that works. So I had game either way if I Abundance or not. So yeah, that was that. And then here's versus the hands. The hands were actually interesting. I didn't know what it was. But as soon as I figured out when I was playing against hands, I was like, okay, that's interesting. At least I think it was hands. So he bomblesses, which I was like, okay, that hurt, but I was like, I was kind of okay with that. So I think it was Trap Tricks hands is what it was when I looked over, but yeah, because there's a Trap Tricks card right there. So I go into Abyss Roller, which that's actually really good play against this deck. Against that. And I also had negation as well, so I also knew that none of my stuff would be destroyed by Dweller's Effect going off, so. And then the last one for this video was against Rockstun, with Gigantes in his hand. That was actually interesting. I never really saw anybody run Gigantes in a Rockstun deck, but it does make sense. He is a rock type, so. So I do that. I was kind of do some crazy plays here. Yugioh's Trench was like, okay, that works. So I draw into errors. I was like, okay. He didn't attack, which now was questionable. So I had my whole back row filled. I was like, okay. So I get a couple draws. I special summon a lot. My whole field. And then I go into Lightning Story. He changed that. I was like, okay. And then, of course, my stupid self, I go to attack and it's a Fossil-Dine. I was like, oh, crap. So I set the hand, and so I go MST and he, does that. And so I have double negation, which is fine. So I negate Raigeki. And then of course he changed Max G. But that doesn't really matter because I go Lightning Shidori and then basically push for game. So yeah. So that's basically it for the Duel plays. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I have a lot more Duel plays, like a whole page or more than that. A lot of these you guys have already seen. But yeah. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which will be Abundance and Cowboy for game. So you guys will be laughing at that one. That one's actually really quite cool. So, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Alright, later guys.